What got us on this topic is NBC is possibly going to lose Sunday Night Football to either Netflix or Amazon. And, one thing that I think we all miss about sports back in the day is not having to stream it on 19 different apps. It's a pain in the ass. I've got MLB TV and Rays TV, and they're under two different accounts. I know it sounds stupid, but I got a free one, right, from having T-Mobile, and then we have a work account for the Rays. And so when I want to watch all the teams, I got to log into this one. And then when I want to watch the Rays, it's a different one. And for some reason on the Roku, it doesn't have the QR code option. So you have to literally, with the remote, type in your email, type in your password. I end up missing 2 innings because it takes so long to type everything in. And I get so frustrated. And I'm like, why is this such a deal to watch the Rays? Why is this such a deal to watch any baseball, to be honest? Or any sport, because now they're all moving to the app.
Sounds like so much work.
Oh, it is with the remote. I'm like, NIC, and then I forget the K, and then I start spelling WIZ, and I'm like, oh, I got to go back. I forgot the K. And by then, I've already missed, like I said, 2 innings. It's frustrating. Before, it was nice. I just, turn on the TV, channel 32. There it is. Watch the game. So I think we all miss that when it comes to things we miss in sports. Before the break, I mentioned I miss Pac-12 After Dark. I miss the Pac-12 conference. I don't have a team in the Pac-12. I have no allegiance to them. But Pac-12 After Dark, I enjoyed. I enjoyed having a game on at 11 o'clock at night, Washington taking on Oregon State. I feel bad for Oregon State and Washington State. I liked on the final week of the college football season, the Apple Cup, Washington and Washington State playing on the final week. Oregon and Oregon State playing in the Civil War on the final week. I know that matters to nobody here. I'm just saying I'm a nerd. I like college football. I like the rivalries. And now they're all kind of spread out. Hell, Oklahoma and Oklahoma State don't even play anymore.
That's a tragedy.
Yeah, that's the world of sports we live in right now because we have ruined so many things. I also mentioned football without roughing the passer. I missed that. That'd be great. Patrick Mahomes and all the calls he gets is frustrating. Tim, what are some things from back in the day that have changed over time that you miss in sports?
The first one, which you absolutely loved, and we've only gone without it for 1 year, but it was such a bad year.
I think 2 years now.
Oh, 2 years. Oh, has it been 2 years? Man, time flies. Well, that is the SEC on CBS.
Yes.
The 3:30 games, you knew to a T that this game was going to be electric, and Vern Lundquist was the best. Now, I know he retired and all of that, but it's just...
I loved Vern.
Oh,
yes,
how
sir.
could you not? He was the voice of the SEC. Missed that. The second one that I miss is in the NFL. I was one of those nerds like you, Nick, but
You calling me a nerd?
Well, you're a good nerd.
All right.
No, but I was one of those nerds that loved the 4 preseason games. You knew that third preseason game absolutely meant something. You had the starters play for 3 quarters, and then the 4th preseason game was pretty much for fun. The fact they eliminated that now, and it's 17 games, going to go to 18 and 2 preseason.
All right,
go back to 16 games.
You've lost me on that one.
Oh,
I'm not over here championing for less football. I'm good on that. I could champion for like less football on less days during the week, but I'm cool with the 17 games. But hold on, I got something for you. The SEC on CBS, where Alabama will take on the Gators here in Tuscaloosa. I'm Vern Lundquist. Good afternoon, everybody. It's 3:30 on CBS. Nope, not anymore. Now it sounds more like this. Welcome to Champaign, Illinois, where we have Illinois Illini taking on the Northwestern Wildcats. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Brad Nessler, and I don't even know who my partner is because Gary Danielson retired.
Nick, you brought a little tear to my eye. Come
I
on
know.
now.
I love the sound. When you just hear that hit, and they do the overhead shot of the SEC Stadium just filled up, like there's just the smoke is in the air. It's a beautiful sight. College sports are a beautiful thing. What else you got?
So the other thing I have is, again, analytics taking over sports. Absolutely hate it. Go back to the gut instinct. Go back to 4th and 2, Bill Belichick and Tom Brady versus Peyton Manning. Bill decides to go for it, not because the analytics told him to go for it, but because he knew that if they got the ball, that Peyton would go down and score. That was a gut instinct. Bring back that in sports. Don't go listen to what the nerds have to say, what the numbers have to say, whether to go for it or not. Get rid of that. Bring back gut instincts in sports.
I feel like you're taking shots at Kevin Cash over here. The Rays are in first place right now because of those analytics.
No. The analytics hate sacrifice bunts. They would refuse to do that
It's
by
true.
any stretch of the imagination. Analytics do not play small ball, so I like this Rays team.
No, that's true, and they're bunting more now than ever. I agree with you because there are certain things, and I've said it a few times on the show recently, like the thing with analytics when it comes to 4th and 2, like they don't tell you who's the home team. They have no feel for the game, and sometimes I just think it could be bad advice. And, it's not necessarily the right decision, but the computer says so.
And you could argue, too, that the Super Bowl, the Seahawks played that exactly that way. They just had a feel for the game, which is why they kept kicking field goals rather than going for it.
Could also be why they tried to throw it instead of run it. 888-388-0957. What do you miss about sports from back in the day that you wish you could bring back? Let's go to Mark in Tampa. Mark, you're on the Nick Wise Show. What's something you miss?
Hey, Nick. I missed the college football, the New Year's Day bowl games being all on New Year's Day, not being
Yeah.
spread out over a 3, 4, 5 day time frame. Let me have everybody's off that day. Line them up one after another, after another, after another. Give us all something to talk about. I missed that part of it. I swear that's why picture-in-picture was ever developed, so you could watch multiple bowl games at the same time.
I agree. Are you telling me, Mark, you don't like the Cricket Wireless Bowl on December 16th?
No. Well, my bowl list is to go to all the bowl games, but I missed that part of the New Year's Day bowl games, having them all on the same day.
No, I agree with you. It just felt like there was so much more, right? I mean, even the Rose Bowl has now changed times, and you don't get the sunset there at the end of the third quarter. They've changed so many things in college football, Mark. If we just stayed on college football, I could do this topic until we get off the air at 3:00, naming all the changes that I hate.
Agreed.
Thanks for the call, Mark. I appreciate you.
All right.
I agree with that.
The Rose Bowl has to have that sunset.
I know, but it doesn't anymore. They
I
moved the start
know.
time up.
I know, and that's one of the biggest college football tragedies.
But the reason they did it is to accommodate something else we're bitching about, and that's the late starts, because they didn't want the Sugar Bowl being a playoff game to start at 9 o'clock, and they wanted to move that up earlier. So that's why they did it. It's like you had to sacrifice one for the other, and it just, unfortunately, it's a horrible sacrifice we had to make. Here's a great one on the text line. I miss Gary Thorne calling Stanley Cup and Frozen Four on ESPN. I wholeheartedly agree. When the NHL got that deal with ESPN, I thought they were going to start airing. I was totally fooled by it. I didn't realize it was going to be just ESPN Plus. I thought like ESPN was going to take hockey to the next level because hockey was doing well, and then all of a sudden they had a couple lockouts, and then it kind of fell flat. Didn't have the greatest TV deal. It was on NBC. When ESPN took it back, I thought it was going to be on TV like every single night. We were going to get an NHL game. That's not what it was. It was just, hey, buy ESPN Plus, you can stream all the games. And it's like, damn it, I don't want to stream all the games. But I thought that meant we were going to get Gary Thorne back. And that's not what we got, unfortunately. But I'm with you. That is a great text because I'm big on I'm big on announcers. I will simply watch a game because of who the announcer is. A couple texts here relating. Mandy texted in. She said the NHL playoff format needs to change back. I couldn't agree more. And we're going to talk more about the Lightning later on the show. But the Lightning path to the Stanley Cup is brutal. And it's so brutal because they're going to end up playing Montreal and then probably have to play Buffalo. And, then you're going to get the Hurricanes. Like, there's no break. You're the third best team in the conference. You probably should get the third easiest path. But no, it's not the case. Let's go to Scotty in Clearwater. Scotty, what do you miss about sports from back in the day?
I missed that the average Joe can't go and enjoy the games anymore like we used to. I mean, the tickets everything's so expensive now that they've priced out the average fan that just can't afford it.
No, I agree,
I
Scotty.
miss,
It's like the parking is super expensive, and then you get inside and you got to pay $15 to enjoy a damn beer. It's to take a family of 4 to a ball game, you're not going to get in there for under $200. It's absolutely, and that's why I'm a big advocate for TV, Scotty. The TV nowadays is so dang good. I have no problem sitting at my home, but I do understand the thrill of going to a game.
Yeah, me too. I enjoy it on TV, and the red zone has definitely changed the way I watch football. And but it's just sad that there's a lot of kids out there, low-income families that don't get to experience what I got to experience as a kid.
Absolutely. No, I agree. It's definitely different these days. All right, we're going to continue this topic later in the show because we have so many text messages that we didn't even get to read yet. So we'll bring this back later on in the show. We are on for 3 hours today, so we got plenty of time to get through the text, and we'll bring this one back in the 2 o'clock hour. College football. Since I started the show, we haven't had a lot of college football talk. We got something for you on the college football side of things. That is coming up next.